What's up, guys? We are back looking at some more home run derby plays today over on PrizePicks. Switching over from the MLB, we have the All-Star break now, and we're looking at some home run derby plays. If you don't know, home run derby is extremely fun to watch and have plays for. I'm really excited because it's just really fun to watch, especially when there's a little bit of coin on the line. So I'm really excited about the home run derby today. Let's hop in and hopefully just cash some winners. We have the MLB All-Star game tomorrow, so leave a like on this video here because I might be able to give you guys a bonus play if you get this video here to 150/175 likes. While you're done leaving a like, you may as well subscribe to the channel also, that we can get in on some more free plays from me and have those notifications on so that we can get in for loose lines that get bumped to get removed. We're about to get these free plays, but the first thing before we get to the plays is to not miss out on checking out the DubClub if you have not already. The DubClub gives you all of my plays sent straight to your phone and access to the Discord. Gives you access to my six mans, my bankroll builders, my underdog streaks, my community chat, as well as my contributors plays from Asmies, who is golf, Emo WNBA, Elo is soccer, third one is tennis, and Nerdlord is esports. So there's plays from all these guys right there, as well as my plays myself. Yesterday on our six mans, we've been catching these out all year, but we had some brutal luck yesterday, and also the day before. We had this slip go fully green, but it got refunded because of a reboot right there. And that happened with this entry here too. So we had two entries go fully green, except it got refunded because of a reboot, because of PrizePicks stupid rules. And then you have this one here too, which missed by an Ellie De La Cruz, 3 fantasy score there. So we had a pretty brutal day of luck yesterday, but these six mans have been cashing us out all year. Our underdog streak currently is at its fourth leg, looking to extend that. Probably not with that WNBA today, but probably gonna kick that back up once the MLB comes back next week. If you use the link in my description to join the DubClub, it will give you access to 2 different discounts. If you want to get into the DubClub, there's a couple of spots left. Go ahead and join us right now at that special discount. I actually decided to do this just now as I was recording, but currently there's only about 10 spots left right here, and you can get 50% off of your first month if you're interested in joining with that link in my description. So it's going to be available for the first 10 people, as you can see right here currently. There's only going to be existing probably for like the All-Star break, and I'm going to take it down. It's going to go right back to about like 25%. So if you guys want to get in right now for 50% off, so I'm going to be available for this All-Star break. But with that out of the way now, let's get to these free plays. Make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe if you have not already. Let's get to these plays. The first play like on this home run derby slate today is going to be Matt Olsen, over 18.5 home runs in the first round. A couple reasons to like Matt Olsen today. I actually like Big Dumper too today, but Matt Olsen I think is in a pretty good spot for a couple of reasons here. But Matt Olsen is going to be at home today. So he's going to be at home here playing in the Braves stadium, of course. So he already knows the stadium a ton. He's played here, half the games of the year for the last couple of years, Matt Olsen has. And overall, just in general, I like a lot of overs in this home run derby here because I like using this tool here. It's called Ballpark Pal. He's a Twitter account. He has a DubClub. And it's really good for finding like home run plays and just kind of good weather situations in the MLB. You can see how the Braves field is kind of situated. It's a little bit deeper in left field, but the right field is a little bit shorter compared to other stadiums. And also the wind is going to be blowing out today with it being a little bit hotter, which means the ball kind of travels farther. So today there's actually going to be a lot more home runs than the typical in this stadium. So that means it's pretty good for some overs for the home run derby tonight. What I like to focus on too here, though, is going to be the home run candidates. You can see where Matt Olsen is. You can see his expected home runs were about 21 this year, which is one of the highest out of all these guys there compared to his actual. You can also see here, though, also where he is hitting most of his home runs. So Matt Olsen is pretty much mixing it in or quite a bit. He's been mixing his home runs pretty much to all over the field. And you can see some guys that could potentially struggle today, like Byron Buxton does not hit many home runs to right field. Although the wind is blowing out today, so I don't necessarily like his under Byron Buxton, but he does not really hit many home runs to right field based on his handiness, essentially. But Matt Olsen does not hit many home runs to left field, as you can see there. He does kind of to a little bit more inside of the left field, but he hits mainly to kind of that right center, right fieldish mark, which is good for us here, considering it is a little bit shorter in that stadium. But of course, he's kind of got a motivation factor today too, because he is the only home run derby participant from the Braves. Acuna pulled out, which is why Olsen is now stepping in since it's the Braves All-Star game. Especially with him hitting so many to like right center and also kind of center field, where the most home runs are being expected today compared to the typical. I think he's going to be in a pretty good spot to hopefully hit some dingers today. So far this year, though, you can see what Matt Olsen has done. He has hit about 17 home runs this year, 13 of them being against righties, although it's just kind of not really going to matter this time around because he's going to be probably taking pitches from a righty and just going to be kind of like, lob to him there. But at home this year, he has had 9 of those 17 home runs being at home this year, and that also comes with less plate appearances, or less at-bats, coming at home. So overall, I think Matt Olsen's in a pretty good spot, though, based off of where he hits most of his home runs, it being in his home stadium. And overall, he does have that motivation factor being the guy representing the home team at the All-Star game today. So I think it's not a bad idea potentially to back Matt Olsen in the spot. That's what I'm going to do. Before we get to the next pick, if you are not on Better Picks, it's one of the best apps out there right now. And most apps out there are not really offering any discounts as the MLB is on an All-Star break. Not better though. We have 2 WNBA discounts because they offer discounts every single day on their app. They usually have 2 to 3 discounts, and right now we have Alyssa Thomas right now discounted about 4 points plus rebounds today, and then Kayla Thornton here is discounted down to 18.5 points plus rebounds, so a little bit of a 3 PR discount there also. So pretty nice discounts here for the WNBA today. And if you are not yet on Better, they can offer you some pretty nice user offers. If you use my promo code DOMGProps, not DOMG, but DOMGProps, you can get some special bonuses like maybe this offer right here, as well as a free square when signing up with promo code DOMGProps. So go get yourself on Better. You can get those daily discounts that come out every single day. It's a really, really cool things on this app. So go get it for yourself in my description, DOMGProps. And if you happen to use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with, like maybe Better, just make sure you take a screenshot. Because if you take a screenshot using my promo code on an app, send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my DubClub. Every app out there is promo code DOMG except for Better, which is promo code DOMGProps. Every app is promo code DOMG. Just take a screenshot and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my DubClub. All right, now getting to my second home run derby pick in this video here. This one's going to be a little bit more of an interesting spot here. It's going to be Jazz Chisum here, over 16.5 home runs today in the home run derby. So this one was actually a 17.5 earlier, and PrizePicks bumped it down for some reason. I'm not really sure why, considering he's a plus 100 under 17.5 on DK. He's like a minus 120 over 17.5, so I don't know why they bumped him down to 16.5, but I'm going to kind of take the value here. Maybe just at a lower line on another app or something like that, which is why they bumped it down. I'm really not 100% sure, but I'm still going to take Jazz here. I'm not really scared off by that. I think he's in a pretty good spot though, and kind of like I talked about earlier with the dimensions of the field here and the wind blowing out and things like that, yeah, I think he's in a pretty good spot. I mean, you can see here though from what we looked at earlier here, he's hitting pretty much all of his home runs to right field. He's not hitting really any of his home runs to left field. Like it's very, very rare for him to hit a home run to left field. And you can see here though, like I talked about earlier, that the wind is blowing out, as well as the dimensions in the right field just being so much better. It's about 10 feet shorter in right field compared to left field. So some of those other guys like Buxton might struggle a little bit and have to hit home runs a little bit farther because of that those left field dimensions. So I think Jazz at the end of the day though is either going to do completely terrible or he's going to have a pretty good home run derby and just go over somewhat easily. Like he's either going to be completely terrible or he's going to be pretty good and just cash this line relatively easily. But at the end of the day, with the dimensions being how they are and how the way he hits home runs with it just being so far to right field usually, there's like been a couple to center field, right center field, but he should be put in a spot to succeed in this spot. He just has to, come through at the end of the day. But expected home runs this year is about 17.3, which is actually a little bit more than O'Neal Cruz, which is kind of surprising. You also can see his actual has been 17 this year, with O'Neal Cruz being at 16. So, but you can see here though that Jazz has actually had about 17 home runs this year, and 13 of them actually come at home, with 4 of them coming in away games. Now, Yankee Stadium is a little bit better for home runs compared to most away stadiums, but again, with how the Brave Stadium is, I'm really not super concerned about that. He is one of the, if not the lowest line on the board here. It actually is the lowest line on the board here, so it's kind of an interesting spot. It's a little bit of a riskier spot, I would say, than Matt Olsen, I guess, because I think Matt Olsen is not going to have a completely terrible performance, but I could see that happening for Jazz. But like I said, I think he's going to be put in a good spot. He just has to come through at the end of the day. I think he's in a pretty good spot. At the end of the day, though, this home run derby is more for fun than anything. It's just a really fun event to make plays for. Like, there's not a whole lot of data behind it, like an actual MLB game or even a WNBA game. So just keep in mind, though, this is for fun at the end of the day. It's only 0.25 units for me. I'm not even playing a full unit or even a half unit on this here. So do kind of keep that in mind. It's more for fun than anything. Thank you for watching. Again, make sure that you go get in on that DubClub offer. It is 50% off here for the All-Star break. I will be taking this away pretty soon. Usually it's gonna go right back to 25% off relatively soon. Like, it's just gonna be existing for the All-Star break until the MLB actually comes back and I have an actual MLB slate going on. So don't miss out on getting in on that 50% offer right there. Thank you for watching. Good luck on the home run derby tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some All-Star gameplays for MLB. Should also be a little bit of fun. Thank you for watching. See you guys then.